Hey guys, yep, I am Dr. Sakira and I am here again to talk to you guys about Crisis to Cash Flow and the Crisis to Cash Flow Challenge for business owners to help them identify how they can pivot to profit and how they can join a mastermind which will help you as a business owner figure out whether it's your system, your strategy, your structure, or your solution that is in crisis. And you might have all four of them, or you might just have one. But you need to know if your business is stuck, if you've been in business for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you're just stuck and you can't scale and you can't find a way to have the time that you're looking for in your life, and you don't have the life that you don't want a vacation from, then you probably are in crisis. And I'm here to help you identify how to know whether you're in crisis so you can join the challenge and you can pivot to profit. So I wanted to just give you an example of one of my mastermind members, Lisa. Lisa's strategy was in crisis. And the problem with her strategy led to paralysis. Yeah, I said paralysis, y'all. See, she currently has a successful event planning company, and it only caters to corporate clients. And honestly, she's doing amazing when you look at it from the outside. She's got over $2.5 million in sales. But every time her company expands, she runs into a problem. And she can't really scale effectively because she didn't really have the right strategy, but she didn't know what to change. She'd have all these amazing ideas competing in her head. And then she'd talk to a lot of different advisors, business coaches, life coaches, SCORE, all different kinds of advisors on what she should do. But she got stuck in analysis paralysis because there were so many options of so many things that she could do, but it's hard to know which one should you do. The problem as we went forward was found out that she had a lack of focus. Her strategy wasn't clearly defined. Remember we talked about what strategy is, and the strategy that you create for your business really starts to define the who, the what, the how, and the why of what you do. Remember we talked about it? Your principles, your procedures, your policies, your precepts, the process. It's all inside of the strategy that you will use to identify and sell to the people that you want to sell to. The challenge she had was she was trying to implement too many conflicting ideas all at the same time. She wanted to expand her service. She wanted to expand her marketing efforts. She wanted to explore some new client niches. Maybe corporate wasn't the only thing she could do. And the reason she was stuck is because she didn't have a clear long-term plan. Where did she want to ultimately be? Remember we talked about getting in a car and just taking off and not knowing whether you're going to San Francisco, San Diego, or San Mateo. And what happens is you wind up being just anywhere. This scattered approach left her business stretched thin. And as a result, guess what? Her team was confused. Y'all know about having a confused team. They don't know if they're marketing to corporate clients. They don't know if they're marketing to wedding clients. They don't know if they're marketing to party clients, birthday clients, kid clients. They didn't know. And to make matters worse, their projects were poorly executed because remember, structure gives you freedom. But you have to have a strategy to determine the structure so you can develop a system that provides a solution to the clients who see it as value so that you can get paid. guess what happens? When you don't have a strong strategy, your clients are going to leave. And that's what was happening to Lisa. She was feeling overwhelmed and confused. Her team was feeling overwhelmed and confused, which means they weren't working in the way that she wanted them to work. And ultimately, her clients were dissatisfied because there was an inconsistent level of service. Because you know that branded service that you get when you go to a business that does things the exact same way every single time? She didn't have that. So she joined our Own Your 24 mastermind. And this helped her to focus her strategy. We had to sit down and define a long-term vision. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Remember, we talk about 1-year vision, 3-year vision, and 5-year vision. If you don't have those, it's difficult for you to create the principles, the underlying principles of your business, the underlying process of your business, the underlying procedure of your business, telling your employees what you're going to do and how they're going to be held accountable. How do you measure and monitor if you don't have a vision and a set of goals? Through this mastermind, she learned how to focus on her strategy. When she set up the long-term vision, she was able to identify her top 3 priorities that aligned with what and how she wanted her business to grow. One of the key things she did was time blocking and planning her weeks with priorities. It helped her to be focused on achieving specific, measurable, attainable, realistic goals. Guess what that did for the team? It gave them a clarity of direction. When they had clarity, they weren't wondering whether they were going to only focus on corporate clients and whether they should be looking inside of the corporate clients to get some individual clients for birthday parties or weddings. They knew that they were selling to corporate clients, and that was all that they were doing. It resulted in great projects. And as a result, their client satisfaction, when they measured it, was at 85%. 85% increase in client satisfaction, people. The team said that the strategy allowed them to be much more focused. They were okay with being held accountable for delivering on the promises that they made to the clients because the operations now had specific policies on how they delivered, specific policies and procedures on how they delivered and what they delivered, and a monitoring system that allowed them to monitor whether they achieved the goals. Lisa, as a result of it, was now and is now in control of her business. And not only that, but they increased their revenue by 20%. 20% on $2.5 million. Anybody want to tell me what they think that is? That's like $500,000, people. $500,000 increase in 6 months means that she now has the ability to free up her mind and her time. When I talked to Lisa at the end of the 6 months, this is what she said. I was overwhelmed with way too many strategies, Dr. Sakira, and I couldn't move forward. The Own Your 24 system helped me streamline my focus, gave me the clarity I needed to prioritize what really mattered to me, what really mattered to my business, what really mattered to my team, and what really mattered to my clients. And now I'm confident in my direction, and my team is more aligned than ever. Are you confident in your team? Are you confident in your direction? Do you know what matters to you, your clients, and your team? Do you know what matters to your business? If you don't, why don't you take the challenge? Click the link below. We're here to move you from crisis to cash flow, move you from where you are to where you want to be. All you got to do is click the link below. Take the challenge. I'm Dr. Sakira. I'll see you on the other side of change.